We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 30 base. It's our field. Get ready.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll find Hall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Ready up. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Are you getting ahead? 80 weapons. Hatch. Steve Griffin.
They'll run on first down. It's Zimmerman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Bailey's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Derrick Henry. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Where are they, team?
Mariota hands to Henry. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Mariota gives to Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Michelle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
53, Mike, 53. Check.
On 3rd down, Zimmerman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't met an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Mariota. And some room to work. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Henry out of the pistol. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Under 10.
One.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. Let's go. At the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, it's Zimmerman. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
53, Mike 53. It's our time. It's our time.
Topper! Snap!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And Bailey able to knock it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bailey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 53. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. 2, fellas. Let's go. He's good.
From the gun, Mariota going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
53, Mike 53. He's time to move. He's time to bust. 53 is the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Dorsett. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
They'll try the left side. It's Zimmerman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll keep it on the ground. Zimmerman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This is Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
After the sack on first down, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the screen. One. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Throwing is Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the counter, it's Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the busy night for Henry continues. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
53's the mark. 53.
To throw is Mariota. And Walker has it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
16 yards. And the Titans first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Oh, yeah.
To the air again. Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on first down. It's Zimmerman, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Bravo! Pull it together.
First down, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
53, Mike.
To throw again on second down. Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. A gain of 22.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
To throw Mariota. And caught by Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mariota. He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10.
Next the score, Patriots 20, Titans 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, shoot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I'm coming for you. You mine. 29.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Here's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 29. Let's go.
One.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Echo. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 29 is a Mike.
Mariota to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And it's complete. Henry, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Chance.
Where are they, team?
Mariota. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's 2nd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
We go. 30 base.
Watch the pass.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first